We've already seen how a driver can affect stopping distances.
Brilliant!
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1.
But the other major factor is the black, round stuff at each corner of your car. Some chums at Auto Express had told us how they were campaigning for the new minimal tyre tread depth to be 3mm, not 1.6 as it is now. Why? Because their tests had found that below 3mm, stopping distances in the wet increased dramatically, in some cases by as much as 40 metres. We wanted to find out for ourselves, could a car with road-legal tyres really be so hazardous when it comes to the business of stopping? Well, we've come to a deserted East Anglian airfield to find out. We've got 2 stuntmen and 2 cars. The brakes have been checked and are fine. This test is all about the rubber. This car has been fitted with a brand new set of tyres, all with a nice full 8mm of tread. This car has been fitted with some worn, but nevertheless legal, tyres. They've got 1.8mm of tread, enough to pass an MOT, but according to tyre experts, they'll be next to useless in the wet. We're going to recreate an everyday driving scenario with live crash test dummies. With some help from the local fire brigade, we instantly have one rain-soaked road. Our 2 cars will follow each other, new tyres in front, old tyres behind. They'll be travelling at 50 miles an hour. When they hit the wet patch, the driver of the car in front will brake as if in an emergency. The driver behind will react and slam his brakes on too. But at this speed, in these conditions, the results are unpredictable. Our friendly neighbourhood stuntman, Steve Trulia, will be driving the car behind and is understandably concerned.
We've done as much maths as we can do, basically. We can't really tell now what's going to happen until we do it. We've got a wet surface as well. That combined with the slightly thinner tyres brings in a whole new element of something that we haven't tried before. Normally when we do stunts we set things up and they're quite precise. This has got so many variables, our 2 speeds, at what time we both start braking, how far we are apart and everything else, that we just don't know what's going to happen until we do it. So we've just got to go and do it.
Our cars will be travelling about 3 car lengths apart. Not the recommended safe distance, but the kind of thing you'll see every day on any A road.
Action, action, action.
When Steve hit, he was still travelling at 35 miles an hour. A huge impact, even with safety equipment. The amount of damage was incredible.
I think I've got fast reaction. I didn't realise how long it would take to stop. It was just too late. It all happened too late, too quick. I was amazed the car twitched a bit. It felt, with ABS, it shouldn't have done that. It should have gone in a straight line. The whole thing felt very, felt like I was on ice almost. I felt completely and utterly out of control. As soon as I put the brakes on, I felt the car go out of control. Then the back of the car was on top of me before I could do anything. The car climbed up onto the bonnet. I thought it was going to go right over the top of me through the windscreen. And it doesn't bear thinking about if this happened on a road, if you had kids in the car or something. So it's quite shocking. I'm certainly going to change my tyres more regularly and put some nice fresh ones on if it's going to make that kind of difference. And I'm going to keep my distance from other road users for definite now. It's been quite a lesson.
Remember, Steve's car had totally legal tyres. Some surveys suggest as many as 70% of cars on the road have at least one tyre that's below the recommended safe point of 3mm. Even if that's not your car, it could be the one behind you. Changing tyres at 3mm rather than 1.6 should be the law. Until it is, maybe this will act as an incentive to refresh your rubber early.